Hey students, this video tutorial is going to serve to go ahead and go over all the details on how to insert pictures into Joomag and make sure our layouts pop with graphics and pictures that complement our articles. So with that being said, I'm going to direct you to my screen. So I am in edit mode, so I'm already in the software, and what you're going to find is that inserting pictures is not bad. So this is going to be a pretty quick tutorial, but the key thing here, and I'm going to go over it in class, is that in order for us to insert pictures, okay, there's two things that we have to make sure we do. A, we're going to have to actually add it to the library database in Joomag, but also when we insert it, we have to always attribute or give credit to the photographer's source, even if it's you who took that picture, which is always great because then you own that picture technically, so you just attribute yourself, photo taken by Mr. Hickmott. Okay, so you're going to have to make sure that your attributions and your credit comes from the sources that you find. So to help you along, this handy dandy document, which I will go over in class, is also available for you to check at any time. These are good websites that you can find what are called stock photos, photos that complement your document. I highly recommend the Creative Commons. Unsplash is a very popular website, which is amazing. And then there's a few others here for those that need to find. I would highly recommend just using the first couple. I'm also going to talk about Google search, which is really good too, but Google, as we know, gives us everything. We have to limit what we're actually allowed to use. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check to see if we can go ahead and get a picture. I'm going to go to Unsplash because that's one of my favorite websites, and I already have it open here. Unsplash is curated freely usable images. So say I'm doing an article about COVID and mental stress. So I'm going to put something like mental stress in, and you're going to find that sometimes there's great pictures like this one right here. Wow, that's pretty amazing looking picture. I want to use this. Well, to do it, I have to click on it and then download it. When you download it, some websites give you a size that you can download. We actually only need the small or medium. I'd recommend using the medium size just so we can adjust it on our layout, but don't go large or original. Those are way too big. So I'm going to go ahead and hit medium, and it downloads to wherever you downloaded it. And right when you do that, the attribution, these websites want you to use your pictures or their pictures. And you're going to notice that they do give you the attribution. So it says photo by Nick and on Unsplash. I'm going to copy that to clipboard, okay, because that's something that we can copy and use every time. You can also find any of the information by looking generally on the website picture. Like right here, you can see the author's name, Nick Shalayan, or whatever that last name is. But what you're going to find is that as long as you're crediting this person and Unsplash gives it to you, you're looking pretty good. So I'm going to go back into my document. Now I have that picture down here, but you can click it and view it, whatever your software is. But what I want to do is actually upload it. So what I'm going to do is in Joomag, I'm going to go to my library. Okay, that's that manila folder over here. And I'm going to go to print issue 1. We're going to put everything related to the print issue in here. Okay, so I'm going to go to upload files, and you got to find where you've downloaded it. Mine's personally in the downloads folder, so I'm going to click that and open it, and it'll insert. And we're done. That's it. So the key thing is, once I put it in the library, it's available for my publication. So don't put anything in here that you're not going to use. So I will go through, delete things that aren't needed, but you should only put documents that you need. Okay, so it's under DMP print issue 1. So let's insert that, and I'm going to click and drag. That looks pretty good. To attribute it, I'm going to create a text line underneath, and notice it's in edit mode right now, but remember right up here, okay, it had the attribution. So if you do this now, I'm going to copy it again just to make sure. Go back into edit, paste it, which is Control V. Okay, oop, it looks like it gave us some weird text. So sometimes, depending on how the attribution is given, you may have to go ahead and just manually put it in. So I'm just going to put photo by and figure out that gentleman's name. Let's look at that. It was Nick, and actually even easier, I'm just going to go ahead and copy that name. So use some of those Windows skills. All right. And afterwards, once you have it, don't forget you have to actually put the website, which is Unsplash. So photo by Nick on Unsplash. Boom. And that's pretty good. Double check that the font is correct. I'm using Aller, but we do have to use 9-point font, which I switched that to. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. Okay. But look at that. We have the proper credit. You should be able to move this around and then move the text box underneath it appropriately. The photo credit is a must. Okay? You can put a title underneath it, like mental stress, I'll call it. Okay? You can put a title, but no matter what, required is the photo credit, wherever you got it from. And don't put the website on, like the website link address, that long web address that I'm showing you right here. Basically, we're looking at making sure we put the author and the site or corporation or name. Okay, so that's one of the main ways that you're going to put pictures. The other option, going back to the inserting pictures Joomag, is Google. Okay, now Google is a great source, and let's go to Google, but the problem with Google is that it gives you everything, so we have to be careful. So I'm going to put mental stress photo, and I'm going to go to images. Be careful what you find, obviously, but we have to set this. So up here under tools, where it says usage rights, we need to search only for Creative Commons license or commercial and other licenses. Creative Commons should be fine for us. Commercial means we're actually selling, which we are not. So I'm going to click Creative Commons licenses, and these are the pictures that are allowed to be used. And I'm looking at a picture like, say, this. This is very dynamic. When I click this, okay, you can download the photo. Okay, there's many ways. You can right-click, save image as. Okay, but when you're looking at this, there's the actual photo, Pix Fuel. It'll even give you links to download the original photo. It does tell you who made this, so when you're looking around, check to see who actually took the photo. Right here it says free for commercial use, okay, which means that we probably just have to cite PX Fuel. Okay, so if there isn't an author, you just got to cite the actual website that it came from, and it clearly says. Okay, so with that being said, Google is a great resource once again, but don't forget, I'm going to go back up here under Images, Tools. You have to set Creative Commons licenses, or it is not legal for us to use. All right, at this point, okay, that should give you an overview of what is expected of you as it relates to this type of inserting. Because if you take your own pictures, don't forget, that makes life easier. You credit yourself and you're good. The attribution is you, and you don't have to cite the actual website or whatnot. But for our purposes while virtual, these websites that I've shown you are probably going to be the best resources. All right, so feel free to go ahead and email me if you have any questions. Refer to that document that I put into Schoology, and it should go over everything if you have any questions. All right, thank you.